moved to my new house today. Moving was hard, but I got right away. Still started ringing the chains around the house. I do in a whole new house. To the bed of my mind today. And nothing wasn't gonna drive me away. But when I seen something that gave me the grief, it had one big eye and two big feet.
Good morning, Atlantis. Greetings and welcome from the station control centers in Houston and Moscow. It's been about a year since we've had company, and we're glad you're here, but we'll have to put you to work. And a special welcome to your new house to Yuri, Susan, and Jim.
The International Space Station flight control team down the hall from the shuttle flight control room, led by lead ISS flight director Paul Hill, has given a go for ingress, a go to the crew to begin the procedures to open the hatches and make their way inside the International Space Station. And it appears as if the hatch is open now as Helms and Usachov make their way into pressurized mating adapter number 2. So technically the start of internal operations in the International Space Station can be marked off at 7:03 p.m. Central Time tonight. And the first views inside Unity.
We are on board inside the node with you.
Okay, glad to hear it. I think we've got everybody here right now, just about. I'd like to know if you have done the Node 1 cabin fan activation steps 2 through 7.
Affirmative. Those steps are complete.
Thank you very much.
At the lower right-hand portion of your screen, Jeff Williams. To his right, Commander Jim Halsell. And in the field of view, from right to left, Yuri Usachov, Susan Helms, Jim Voss. This is their preview of their home next year, where they will spend 4 months as the Expedition 2 crew. The passageway right behind Usachov and Helms is the passageway to pressurized mating adapter number 1, which is the uppermost port, connecting tunnel, if you will, that will lead from Unity inside the Zarya module.
Here's Atlanta. Susan's getting ready to open the hatch to the FGD.
There is a second hatch that leads into the instrumentation cargo compartment. Helms about ready to open up the hatch to the Zarya module now. And an American astronaut and a Russian cosmonaut jointly enter the Zarya control module to begin all of the operations associated with the replacement of equipment, maintenance, and logistics transfer into that component of the International Space Station. The entrance into the Zarya occurred at 7:53 p.m. Central Time. This, again, is called the pressurized adapter, or the forward portion of the Zarya module. There is one more hatch right behind Helms that leads to the instrumentation cargo compartment, which is where the bulk of the work will take place inside Zarya over the next several days. Inside the instrumentation cargo compartment of Zarya, and now the hatch is open to the interior section of the Zarya at 7:58 p.m. Central Time. This is Mission Control Houston at a mission elapsed time of 3 days, 15 hours, 6 minutes into the flight of Atlantis and the International Space Station. As the mated complex flies over the South Pacific, cosmonaut Yuri Usachov and astronaut Susan Helms are in the process of hooking up the various pieces of the ductwork which will provide airflow from the shuttle all the way through the various passageways and modules of the International Space Station. This is a common practice that will occur during all shuttle assembly flights, not just this one, to provide the proper ventilation for the International Space Station while the shuttle is docked, and there are a number of crew members on board above and beyond the initial complement of 3 crew members, which will be the composition of a resident or expedition crew working for long-duration periods aboard the station.
Common update. The Logicalc temperature keeps drifting down. We're going through 78.6, and that's more in line with how it feels in here. It's comfortable temperature here in the working compartment. Dew point is 54.2.
Copy. Thanks.
This view of a portion of the air ducting inside the Zarya module. This view being provided to Russian flight controllers at the Russian Mission Control Center outside Korolyov. This is Mission Control Houston, cosmonaut Yuri Usachov and astronaut Susan Helms unhooking the various connectors associated with this battery block under the floorboard of the Zarya control module of the International Space Station. This is the initial step in the procedure to remove the battery, its associated charge-discharge device, and a voltage converter, all 3 components of which will be replaced a short time from now at the start of the electrical maintenance work aboard the station. In addition to all of this work going on aboard Zarya, there is transfer work underway by Mary Ellen Weber, who is joined by Scott Horowitz, the pilot for Atlantis, in the initialization of the movement of hardware and supplies along with bags of water from the shuttle to the station for use by future resident crews aboard the international complex. Commander Jim Halsell and Mission Specialist Jeff Williams are working to install equipment and to make sure that all of the Unity components are in good working order. Unity, the large connecting area to which other modules will be attached through a variety of radial docking ports that are located around the circumference of that module. This air ducting and fans with mufflers over those fans leading.
Gentlemen, the Gumakichi adapter now going into the FGB. I'll pan around and let everybody take a look at what's here right now, and then we'll go back into the FGB. As you can see, Jeff had taken off his shirt because it was pretty warm in the node when we started. It's just now dropped down in temperature enough. He said he was probably going to put his shirt back on now.
Station, Houston's watching.
The camera now back inside the instrumentation cargo compartment, the guts of the Zarya control module, where pilot Scott Horowitz watches over the work being done by Susan Helms and Yuri Usachov.
And let you know where we are right now. You've probably seen it all, but we've changed out the battery, and Susan is replacing the boot. She's put the new one in, and she's putting in the fasteners, and Yuri is now working on removing the old tabs.
This live television from Atlantis with the crew back down in the
We're on board with you.
Atlantis.
It's a meal well earned.
Again, Susan Helms reported a short time ago the placement of the components in the first battery block, the battery itself, its associated charge-discharge device, and a controller unit which measures the state of charge and the voltage output from that battery. There was about a 30-minute wait time before Helms and Usachov plan to begin work on the second battery set, which will involve the replacement of that battery and its charge-discharge unit alone.
This is Mission Control Houston. With a crew wake-up call about 7 minutes from now, Atlantis is over the eastern Pacific Ocean, not far from a point opposite the U.S.-Mexican border. While systems aboard the spacecraft continue to function normally, the Atlantis is at an altitude of about 207 miles and moving at a speed of about 5 miles a second. Here in Mission Control, much of the planning shift activity during the day has been redoing the crew's flight day 6, for which they will be awakened momentarily. Those revisions are not because of any problem, but because the crew got well ahead of schedule during a fast-paced flight day 5 that saw initial ingress into the International Space Station. Crew members took air samples and performed tasks related to air circulation throughout the International Space Station, then replaced 2 failed batteries among the 6 main batteries aboard Zarya. 2 others of the 800-amp, 163-pound batteries are suspect and will be replaced later in the mission. flight controllers in Moscow report those newly installed batteries along with their associated electronic equipment are performing as planned. The crew also installed 3 fresh fire extinguishers in Zarya. Those replaced 3 that were nearing the end of their design life. In the Unity module, the crew replaced the power distribution box for a US-built communication system, and the crew also inspected the station for signs of condensation or mold. They found the station to be in excellent condition. A major purpose of this flight is the transfer of more than 3,700 pounds of equipment and supplies from the orbiter to the International Space Station, and that will be among the major activities of the upcoming flight day, Flight Day 6.